Hey YouTube, how's it going today? In this video, I want to go over the latest craze in the stock market, and they are the NFTs. Now, I want to go over all the ones that I have heard of, and then I'm going to go over their charts and tell you if I think they are still a buy and which ones I like the best. If you're new to my channel, I like to trade and invest in typically lower price stocks, so if that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing so you don't miss any future trading or investing ideas. But please remember, I am not a financial advisor, so do all of your own research before buying any of these stocks. Alright, well, non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, are the latest cryptocurrency phenomenon to go mainstream. So, what are NFTs? I guess in the simplest terms, NFTs transform digital works of art and other collectibles into one-of-a-kind verifiable assets that are tradable on the blockchain. NFTs are pieces of digital content linked to the blockchain, which is the digital database underpinning cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, unlike NFTs, cryptocurrencies are fungible, meaning they can be replaced or exchanged with another identical one of the same value, much like a dollar bill. NFTs, on the other hand, are unique and not mutually interchangeable, which means no two NFTs are the same. Most NFTs are part of the Ethereum blockchain, and Ethereum is a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, but its blockchain also supports these NFTs, which store extra information that makes them work differently from, say, an ETH coin. Now, it is worth noting that other blockchains can implement their own versions of NFTs. Alright, so it's looking like these NFT-related stocks are the next hot thing in the market, but the big question is, they've already went on a huge run. Is the run over, or is there still some left in the tank? Now, all of these stocks that I'm going to be showing you are ones that keep coming up as affiliated with these NFTs. A lot of these companies, there isn't very much information, so I couldn't verify if they are in this space, but I think even if they're not, they're probably going to be guilty by association and at least go up in the short term if these stocks do continue to get hot. But the first one I want to show you is TKAT, ticker symbol TKAT. This one has been one of the biggest high flyers in this space. Just a couple of weeks ago, the stock was trading around $2.50, and it shot up to over $40 momentarily just a couple of days ago. Now, I'm thinking that there is still more left in the tank with almost all of these stocks, because almost all of them are continuing to hold bullish patterns and hold near the highs, just like TKAT right here. We can see these last couple of days, it is holding towards the highest part of this run. So this is telling me if this can continue, there is still a lot of strength left in the stock, and there are no sellers right now, because if there was sellers, this thing would be definitely rolling over. But if this can continue to hold these highs, by the time this white line or this 8-period exponential moving average catches up, I think there's a pretty strong possibility it's going to be blasting through that old high just over $40 that it made a couple of days ago, and it's not very far away from it right now. All right, well, the next one I want to show you is ZKIN, ticker symbol ZKIN, and we can see that this one went on a massive run these last couple of weeks, and this chart is a little painful to look at because when stocks were pulling back, I actually bought this one at the 50-period simple moving average on a bounce play, and I sold it right at the 8-period exponential moving average, just trying to catch that dead cat bounce, but I did not realize they were in this sector, and in fact, I wasn't even aware of this sector when I bought ZKIN, and I guess I should have been holding it. This thing went on a massive run. But the fact that it took out an old high just a couple of days ago and it's still holding near the highs, it means it's the same thing that is going on with TKAT. It's holding those highs, and it definitely looks like it's probably going to be going higher. Now, when a sector is hot like this, they can roll over really fast, and if they roll over really fast, if all the air comes out of the balloon, that probably means the sector is going to be done for a while, but it's not looking that way right now. But if that happens after this video, then you know the setups are invalid, and I am just looking to short-term trade these stocks, just capture some momentum. But if you guys do like some of these chart patterns and you want to invest in some of these companies for the long term, please look into these companies further, because I did not look deep into them at all. All right, the next one I want to show you is HOFV. There we go. This one is also moving very well today. Actually, one of the guys in the Patreon bought this one, and he's doing pretty well so far. He said that this one is associated with the National Football League, so that's why he is very high on this one. But HOFV is definitely looking really strong today, and the day is not even close to being over, and it's already almost eclipsed yesterday's volume on that huge up day. So there's still a ton of buying pressure in HOFV. All right, well, the next one that I want to show you is WKEY. WKEY is just making an absolutely beautiful chart pattern. I mean, this one came right down to the 8-period exponential moving average and reversed immediately. If you bought this thing at the 8-period exponential moving average, like I like to talk about on this channel, you are up huge. This is one of the better areas of support you can find on chart patterns, is that white line that I have there, that 8-period exponential moving average. If you don't have that on your chart and you're a short-term trader, you are probably certifiable, but WKEY is bouncing off that perfectly. So if some of you guys grab that around the 8-period exponential moving average, you are up huge, and there's still tons of volume pouring into this one. So this is another one that tells me that the run is most likely not over. Now, the one that I did buy today was YVR. This one is not taking off just yet, but it's still a very bullish pattern. I might even add to it before the day is over if it continues to hang in this pattern. It's finding support at that 8-period exponential moving average yesterday, and it's kind of making a little bit of a bullish triangle. Let's go intraday and take a deeper look at it. But if we take a look at this consolidation that's going on right now, we can see it's starting to form that rounding bottom, and it's starting to put pressure onto that upper resistance area. It's making that bullish triangle that I love to trade. And on the 15-minute chart, I mean, that thing is starting to definitely build some pressure up against that resistance area, and hopefully we can get a breakout in the next couple of days or so. And if this sector continues hot, I think this is going to be a pretty sharp breakout. So hopefully YVR takes off, because that is the one that I bought today. I'm also looking at some other ones, but this is the only one that I currently have a position in as I'm doing this recording. Let me get this stuff out of here real quick. Next one I want to show you is IMTE. IMTE is making a rather similar pattern to YVR. This one is pulling back slowly into the 8-period exponential moving average. It broke it just temporarily today and then got right back above it, so that is a very good sign. And if we look at the 15-minute chart, back this one up, we can see that it looks like it is trying to carve out that bottom. So IMTE definitely looks like it is starting to make a nice looking pattern, and the fact that it is holding above the 8-period exponential moving average on the daily chart means that it's still in an uptrend in the short term. And I think this is a very nice looking pattern as well. If you get a green bar that is coming off this 8-period exponential moving average, that could mean that IMTE could be off to the races again. Next one I want to show you is OCG. If we look at OCG, this one looks like it wants to take off even before this average catches up to it. OCG is looking very bullish at the moment. Let's go intraday and look at OCG. We can see OCG is starting to come around the other side of that rounding bottom. Had a little bit of a breakout today above this resistance area, but it's pulling back. But that is very typical when a stock is starting to come around that rounding bottom. There's going to be a couple of false breakouts, but once you get a little bit further down this consolidation, usually one of those breakouts are sustainable. So OCG is definitely looking super good right now, and it's not even pulling back at all. So this one is really strong. Next one I want to go over is CWRK. Almost forgot that one. And CWRK is also really strong. Man, this is just an absolutely beautiful chart pattern. I wish I could have seen this one a couple of months ago. But if we go back in time and look at this one, this is exactly what I like to look for in a stock that is taking off. You get that big sharp move up. You pull back to those moving averages. You get another move up and you hold that 8-period exponential moving average, and then you are off to the races. And you can see stocks, once they get extended like that, it usually goes into a little bit more of a rounding bottom. So when you see an extended move like that, just keep it on your watch list, wait for the pullback, wait for that rounding bottom to materialize. Let's go to the 15-minute chart and take another look at that one, take a better look at it. But you can see once you have that huge move up, just wait for it to make that nice rounding bottom, jump above those moving averages, and then wait for the next move up. Once you get this move right here, the probabilities of it going higher are they're pretty high. And actually, if you wait for this point in the chart, this is going to be your lowest risk entry point, because this is when the trend just starts up again after this consolidation. A lot of people want to buy on the explosive move up, and then once the stock starts going into this little slow retracement period, they kind of get bored of the stock and then they get rid of it. But that is not the time when you want to be getting rid of it. You want to be watching for this rounded bottom to start to form, and then that breakout above those moving averages. And then if we walk it forward, we can see it took off again and had another rounded bottom formation, had a false break right here, jumped right back above those moving averages, and then took off again. So CWRK is just a absolutely beautiful chart pattern for what I like to see for stocks that are starting to make those moves up. All right, well, the next one I want to show you is IPNFF. If you look at IPNFF, this one is already coming out the other side of a rounded bottom and is starting to explode higher. Now, this move is a little extended, so I would want it to at least pull back to the 35-36 cent range, which it's not very high above it right now. But this one is a low-price OTC stock, so this one comes with some higher risk. But the fact that they are being talked of, that they are associated with these NTFs, makes this one a potential big winner, but you just don't want to go too deep on these OTC stocks because they can roll over just as fast. And last but not least is the one that is the most speculative, and it's HPIL. This one is actually below a penny, but this one keeps showing up as being associated with this market. They might be, they might not be, but if this sector runs again, it wouldn't surprise me one bit if HPIL goes on a run with them. But just wanted to save the most speculative one for last. But if this sector does go higher, I mean, this one could be a huge winner. Okay, everybody, that is all I have for this video, so I'm going to end it right there. But if you have any questions or comments about any of these stocks, please leave them down there in the comment section. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching my video all the way to the end, and until next time, take care, everybody.